So we're going to start off with our walkthrough the same place you start off with your RV when you hook it up and you're ready. We've got our shore cord hookup right here. As you see, we've got it plugged into just our standard little 120 wall outlet on an extension cord. And that's going to feed into our transfer switch that we have up here. An automatic transfer switch. Now we've got hookups set up so that it could be plugged into a generator if we want it. We're in an enclosed room, so we're not going to run a generator right now, obviously. But if we wanted to, this is fully capable of doing so. The power then comes through our Romex here into our load center, where we've got a DC side, we've got our AC side down here with a main breaker. We got our different breakers that it branches out to. One of them is a little demo live here that we can hook up a GFI to. We actually use this as a teaching tool so that we teach people how to hook up a GFCI correctly. We go out to our inverter. We've got our air conditioner mock up here. Now I want to show you, we've got a little bit of a mock AC up here. Obviously, an air conditioner unit would be way too big for our purposes. So what we have is a little light up here on our outlet that shows that we have power currently going to that circuit. If I come over here and I trip my AC one, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but the light goes out. So we know that that's working. We've got power to our lights. We've got power to GFI. We've got power to the converter, obviously. And then we've got power to these outlets through our inverter. So we have it just hooked up in a normal pass-through configuration to where we've got our outlet here, and we have a couple of extra outlets just to show that things can go in a chain from there. On our DC side of things, we're going to start out at our battery, our house battery here. This is just a normal Harris car battery. We've got hooked up, and we've modeled this off of an Eagle, a Jayco Eagle, is kind of how we set up, especially the DC side of things. So we're coming into a 50 amp breaker here. It's an auto reset mini breaker that's going to provide power to a couple of different things. It's going to provide it up here to our battery disconnect. It's also going to provide power across to a 30, a 30, a 20, and a 15 amp mini breaker. All of these kind of daisy chained over here. So we're providing power from that main breaker to a couple of different loads throughout the unit. Our battery disconnect here runs up into our converter, and it comes back where it gets its power from. So that is our main way that we connect the battery to the converter, as well as providing power to our fused section up here of our load center. We also provide power over here to our tongue jack, which is, again, illustrated in a picture because that's a little bit too big and cumbersome for this board. We provide power to our 7-way connector, and we provide power to our BM Pro mock up here. So we also have this set up providing power to our breakaway. We've got our little breakaway switch, our breakaway cable here. We have a light over next to our water pump that comes on. So as soon as I pull this out, so as soon as our trailer separates from the tow vehicle, our light comes on. We have got power going to the brakes right now. That trailer is stopping safely. With our disconnect on, we can provide power to a couple of DC loads that we have over here. For example, we've got a water pump that'll turn on for us, and we've got this light, which will turn on nice and bright for us to see. Every part of this board is functional, including our inverter. So right now, you see that we've got our inverter on. Where's that tester at? Here's my tester. So we got just a standard outlet tester. I'm going to plug it in up here to show that this circuit is currently active. So we've got some power going to it. If I trip this inverter breaker right here, my light goes off because I've got my inverter disconnected. So now, with my breaker off, if I connect DC power to my inverter from the battery, plug this guy in and give it just a second, we'll see I've got power running. So this inverter is going purely off the battery. We've also got fully functional lights at the back here. If I take my little fuse into my 7-way plug, there I've got a turn signal. There I've got everything. So everything on this trailer is fully functional and set up in such a way that it would be recognizable to a tech so that we can use it as a teaching tool for anybody from people who just learned what electricity is to 30-year techs. Tag along with us as we use this board over the next while for all sorts of demonstration purposes.